We've all seen stuff like this on the sidelines of professional sporting matches. But have you ever seen a blow-up like that during one of your games?
A couple of times at netball I've seen them. I was at a football match and there was a spectator and one of my friends did something wrong and the spectator actually sweared at him and it was really uncomfortable to be there.
I was at a basketball match and a coach was just getting angry at a kid because they weren't doing the right thing and then they took them off.
Once I was at a swimming competition and one of the parents got angry at their child for not winning the race, and I don't think it's very fair because they tried their hardest.
Last year, the Australian Sports Commission released a big report saying lots of kids are dropping out of junior sport. And they think poor behaviour from adults on the sidelines might be part of the problem. That's why a group called Play by the Rules has launched a new campaign called Let Kids Be Kids.
Getting my hands on the footy and just being with my mates.
Having fun, I think, is the main thing.
Because it doesn't really matter if you win, at least you get to play.
And if you lose, it's not the end of the world.
The campaign's all about highlighting that most Aussie kids just really enjoy playing sport. And that lots of pressure or bad behaviour from parents can ruin it for everyone.
I don't like it when people get yelled at or when I get yelled at.
It's pretty embarrassing when someone's shouting at you halfway through the game.
It makes me feel like I'm useless and I can't do anything.
So they're calling on spectators to abide by some pretty straightforward rules, including not using bad language, not harassing anyone at a game, including coaches, not putting too much pressure on kids, and creating a positive, fair and kind environment during a match. And some of Australia's biggest sporting stars have jumped in to support the campaign.
Yeah, growing up, I had a little bit of sideline abuse. Obviously looked very different to most of the people around, and it wasn't the majority of people, but it was tough to hear and it made the game less fun.
I had teammates or members of the opposition sometimes abused by their parents or family members for not doing as well in a game as what they might have liked.
They say for kids, sport shouldn't be about winning or losing, it should be about giving it a go and having fun. And that's something most kids can agree with too.
I think kids get too much pressure put on them when it comes to sport, and I don't think that it's fair for them, and at this age especially, I think that kids for sport should just have fun.
They're only kids and they're just growing up, so they don't need so much pressure on them. It's just a game.
It's just uncomfortable and wrong because it's just a game. It's no big of a deal at this age.